there guys, I'm back. It's been a while since I've updated. I am actually just over 25 weeks. As of today, I'm 25 weeks and 1 day. And this is Thursday. Hopefully I'll be able to get this up today, just because I have been running so behind. My background is just my bedroom because the light coming through the window is a lot better than my light in my bedroom. Anyways, let's go ahead and get into my pregnancy update. We found out at 20 weeks, a little over 20 weeks, that we are having another boy. And we are very excited about it. I kind of had a feeling this whole time that it was going to be a boy. I don't know, just one of those feelings. And sure enough, he is. And we've also picked out his name. Trying to think, do I want to say his name or do I want to wait and do a reveal? I don't know what I'm gonna do, sorry. I'll just go ahead and say his name. All of our children are named after vehicles, and so we try to come up with unique names, but that also aren't like too far out there weird, and also something that's not like Plexus or Mercedes or something like that, you know. Not that those names are bad. If any of you have those names, that's fine. But we like something more unique but not way out there. Anyways, his name is Harley Cooper. And he just it just fits his name. It fits his look to him. My ultrasound at 20 weeks, she did a 4D video of it, and it looked like a baby that you're sitting there holding. It was just amazing. And so that is his name. And as far as pregnancy goes, this week he is, it says my abscess about the size of a cauliflower, but it also says like between 13.8 inches to like 14.6 inches. So he's jumped in length, but I don't know any cauliflower that's over a foot, you know. I don't know how they do these things. And he's over a pound now, about 1.5 pounds, and or almost right at 1.5 pounds, and just growing. He's kicking a ton. He started kicking a lot more. He still has his routine every day. When I lay down, not going to sleep, but when I'm laying down getting ready for bed, he always starts kicking. It's not enough for me, like I can't go to sleep. But he definitely does get more active when I'm laying down. And then also first thing in the morning, usually when my husband gets up, because I kind of wake up, so I don't know if he realizes that I'm a little bit awake. But he also wakes up and starts kicking and punching and stuff and moving around. But he definitely is moving more all throughout the day, rather than just those specific times. And sorry, the lighting keeps going in and out. But going back it's been almost a month, sorry guys, or has been a month, I think. Anyways, back on September 1st, I went to the doctor because I started having these contractions, and I had been having light ones, but they weren't painful or anything, and it's normal to have Braxton Hicks this early, or that early back then, with your 4th, pregnancy going this far. So I wasn't too worried about it, but then it started getting so painful, and I had to stop and breathe through them kind of. And also I started having the super, super low pressure, I was going into labor pressure. And so that kind of made me nervous. My OB is an hour and a half just because where I live, so it wasn't realistic for me to go see her because that was Labor Day weekend. It was that Friday, and they just gave me the options of try to get in to see my family doctor here or go to the ER here, which we live on a reservation, Indian reservation, so it's not ideal for me to go to the ER here. I mean, I can if it's like an absolutely emergency, but I'm not ideal. Or to go to Pier and go to, the emergency room there, which was still, an hour and a half drive. But I was able to get into my doctor and she just found out that I had just the start of a bladder infection, and she was actually glad that I did come in because my I think she said my ketones and something else, they were just barely above like a point or so, or a point something above the normal range, but she said the amount of pressure that I was having and stuff like that, with it being Labor Day weekend, I was on my feet a lot, or would have been on my feet a lot, and it was super hot, and she was glad that I came in because she went ahead and put me on an antibiotic and got that taken care of, and she told me to stay off my feet and stay inside, which didn't happen all weekend or all week because she said for a week, but I did. After the weekend, I did try to stay off my feet, and I was trying to drink more. I thought I was drinking more than I had been to begin with because it had been hot, but not enough, I guess. But so that's my first bladder infection I've ever had, and it's not comfortable pregnant. So, yeah. And I mean, I've had UTIs and yeast infections and stuff like that, but that, like, it hurt. It felt like his head was down there, but his head is down there, but your bladder is also, right there. When you're pregnant, things shift around and stuff, and it's also really low. And so that was part of the pain. But anyways, let's move on. I don't think anything else happened really. I still have only gained 5 pounds. Just not gaining a whole lot of weight, I guess, this time. I feel like I'm eating more. I'm able to eat, so I guess if I'm not gaining weight, then that's okay, I guess. Less to lose at the end. But I forgot, at 24 weeks, I went in and had my glucose test done. That was last week, a week ago today. So the nurse, I basically went in, and I always have a little bit of a hard time drinking that nasty drink. Thankfully it was fruit punch. That's not as bad as the lemon lime or the orange to me. But you have like 5 minutes to drink it, and then you can't, if you throw it up, you basically have to start all over again. But I drank that and went out, drove around town because I had my grandma with me, and we were just gonna explore for a little bit, and went back and had my blood drawn, and she said, I asked about, when I would hear back because it was Thursday, and excuse me, sorry. She said, oh, I'll find out by tomorrow. If I call you, if it's high, I'll call you tomorrow. If I don't call you, then don't worry about it. And so basically, no news is good news type thing. And I haven't heard anything, so I'm assuming I'm good. Now, I've never had an issue with my, with gestational diabetes all the other 3 times. So but for some reason I was worried about it this time. I don't know, it's because the only things I've been able to eat have been sweet stuff, and so I was kind of worried about that. But I guess I more have the problem of my blood sugar dropping than it being too high naturally, so I don't know if that has anything to do with it. But my, let's see, my belly that did, I think I said already, I have only gained 5 pounds, still right at 161, as all as what I've gotten to. My fundal height, is that what it's called? Yeah, where they measure your uterus, did significantly grow though this time, and she was happy about that, at least. Even though I've not been gaining the weight, my belly has grown, which means he's getting bigger. Either that or just my uterus is, I don't know. But you can definitely tell he's getting bigger. But it went from 17 centimeters, is what I think they measure in centimeters, at my 20-week checkup, to being at 23 at my 24-week checkup. So I was just a little over 23, she said. So I'm back to where closer to back to where I should be. So she was happy about that. His heart rate was 138, so that's good. Never had a problem with that, his heart rate or anything like that. So that's all I think I had for my doctor's appointment, and everything else has been good. I've been craving mushrooms, which is, I mean, I like mushrooms, but the other day we had eggs and pancakes for dinner, and I didn't have any pancakes. I didn't want them. I wanted eggs with mushrooms in them, and I bought a case that day. So I cut them up, and my husband put them in there for me, and then I ate it, all the mushrooms out of it, and then I wanted more, so I had just another egg with mushrooms in it, and like, I don't know, probably 7, 8 of those, those sliced mushrooms. And so I did that and ate all of that, and then I wanted more mushrooms, so I cut up another 6 or 7 of them, and not like whole mushrooms, but like the already pre-sliced ones, and cut up that, sorry, the lighting, but I had just a plate of mushrooms. I don't know why, but I don't know if it's even healthy to be eating that many mushrooms while you're pregnant, but I have been. It's not hurting him. He likes them. He gets all active when I eat, so still can't stand the smell of eggs cooking. It's really hard for me to cook eggs and then eat them. Even hard for me to be in the room while they're being cooked and eat them. But I have been able to eat them easier. Another weird thing is, for me, it's weird because I have been able to drink milk during this pregnancy and eat yogurt. Like, I want yogurt. Blackberry yogurt usually, or blueberry. But all my other pregnancies, I haven't hardly been able to eat, definitely not been able to drink milk. Like, I've been able to just drink a glass of milk with like my cookies or something. Never been able to do that any of my other pregnancies. It just makes me sick, and all 3 of my kids were a little bit lactose intolerant when they were born. I breastfed them to begin with, and so all of them were pretty sensitive to that. Our only daughter, was not as sensitive as the boys were, but definitely could tell the difference in it. But this time I drink milk and it's fine. Yogurt's fine. The only thing I have found that I can not have a whole lot of cheese. Sorry. Now, like, I can sprinkle some cheese on top of like a taco or something like that, and that's fine. But to like eat a cheese pizza that has, like, the place that was here in town that makes pizza has like thick cheese on theirs, I can't do it. I have to take the cheese off and just eat the bread with the sauce. Not sure why, but that's the only kind of weird things that's been going on this pregnancy. I think that's it, up to date to my 25-week bump date. I don't go back to the doctor until October 11th, I think. And I have to go back for my RhoGAM shot, and that's 3 weeks from now, so I'll probably just catch up again at 28 weeks after my doctor's appointment with my actual OB. And I think I have one more 4-week appointment, and then from there I'll start going to my OB, which is an hour and a half away, every 2 weeks. It's gonna be kind of financially hard, but we'll figure it out. Anyways, that's all for today. I was gonna show you my belly, and we'll be done. This is him, and he is definitely round, very basketball shape, I feel like my other boys have been, just all right here. But yeah, that's little Harley. And but anyways, thank y'all for coming back and seeing me, and hopefully next time I'll be able to do my update on time and not so far back. All right, y'all have a great day. Bye.